You know that feeling when everything just seems to go wrong? Maybe you faced heartbreak, career setbacks, or dreams that did not pan out. But here's the thing, how long are you going to stay stuck in that cycle? How long before you take charge of your own story?
With the start of New Year, I feel like many of us are grappling with a sense of defeat because last year was so hard on so many of us. I feel like we have almost reached this point of why even have New Year resolutions, why even have goals for myself, because I just know I'm going to feel bad at the end of the year. We have all been stuck in this victim mindset of like, what if things don't go well for me? And this is why I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you right now. I know that we have to be compassionate to ourselves, and that is exactly what I preach on my channel. But compassion also means you have to be accountable for your own actions. Your life is not over. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Just because a boy broke up with you, just because you didn't get the job that you want, or just because you didn't sell something that you thought you would, does not mean that your life ends there. You have to start being the creator of your own life. The thing about sadness is it's so weirdly comforting. Once you have been sad for a long period of time, sadness sort of becomes predictable, and it can be so hard to get out of that mindset of the world is against me. So here I'm going to give you some actionable steps on how to show up as the creator of your own life and not the victim. Let's go. The number one thing is nothing changes if nothing changes. Every single morning, if you're waking up with a sense of dread, and the first thing you do is go on social media and look at all the things that's happening out there, even though you know it's not going to make you feel good, doesn't it make sense that nothing is actually changing for the better? Your actions have consequences. Every single day, if you're not making a better choice, you're still making a choice. All the things you do consistently on a day-to-day basis compounds, and that's what shows up externally, which means that if you keep thinking, you know what, something amazing is going to happen externally and then I will change for the better, trust me, that's not how it works. And by some dumb sheer luck, you do get better externally. Something better happens externally. You would be so overwhelmed because you don't even know how to maintain it. Because you didn't even try in the first place. You didn't even believe in yourself in the first place to even try it. So you have to be okay with the fact that I have to change certain things if I want things outside of my life to change. You have to be okay with the uncomfortable factor of it. The second thing I want you to remember is every single day is a new day. You don't have to wait for a new year, a new month, or even the next Monday to start something that you always wanted to start. If you feel fed up by how you show up to the world, you can literally just change. You can show up and start doing something you always wanted to do on a random Tuesday. Nobody is keeping score until you start the game. Once you start something and you show up consistently for it, your success becomes inevitable. I don't know when. It might be tomorrow, it might be next week, it might even be in the next year. But your success is guaranteed because that's the law of the universe. Anything you show up for consistently, it's going to be yours. That's just how it works. The third action step is ask yourself what your identity is. This means that in order to be successful, you have to know who you are and what does success exactly mean to you. It can be so tempting to move around the world doing what others are doing, getting an education, getting married, getting a job, buying a house. All of these things are amazing, and I think for most people, they kind of think it as necessary too. But the question is, are you actually happy doing all these things that other people are also doing? Do you actually enjoy the job that you're doing? Are you marrying this person because you know for a fact that you love this person and you know they'll support you through anything? Or are you marrying because there is this biological time clock that you're worried about? Like, why exactly are you doing certain things in your life? You have to sit there and ask yourself, what is the purpose of me doing and making all these big decisions for myself? Because if, trust me, when you don't have choice for yourself, other people are eager to make those choices for you, and you're just going to look at your life and, oh my god, I didn't do anything that brings me authentic joy because I didn't really live my life. I just did what everybody else did. You need to have a plan for your identity. Most vision boards do not work because most people do not follow it up with an action step of how they are going to achieve those dreams. If you ask me what my identity is, I know that I'm somebody who's confident in what she wants to say. I know that I want to help so many people out there. I want to make sure that more women, especially South Asian women, get into neuroscience. I know that I want to do amazing research. And what are the action steps I took for these plans? Just because I wanted to make sure that I help more people, I inspire more people, I started my YouTube channel. And because I wanted more women to get into neuroscience, I started my organization called SAVAN, which is South Asian Women in Neuroscience. I know I want to do amazing research, which is why I'm going to do my PhD after I finish my master's. The question is, am I brave enough to do all these plans and be okay with the struggles that come along with it? Once I finished my first master's, I knew that it would be hard to get a second master's, but I knew for me to do my research and the kind of research I want to do, I have to do another master's. And it was so scary because most of my friends, they were getting jobs or some were even getting married, and I was terrified because I knew I was starting something new all over again. Starting an organization, I didn't know anything about it, but I knew that there are so many other people out there, this is going to benefit so much, which is why I started my organization even though I am a beginner at it. I was terrified of being seen, but I knew that starting YouTube is a part of my journey because I knew that so many women out there would be inspired by what I have to say. So all these fear were always there, but I just asked myself, is honoring my fear or my dreams more important? Because at the end of the day, I think when I'm much older, I would be so much more happier with the voice in my head that says, yeah, well, at least we tried, rather than the voice that keeps pestering me asking, why didn't you at least try once? So how do we actually start trying? I heard it in the Get Up and Glow podcast that out of 38% people who actually do New Year resolutions, only 9% of them actually finish it successfully, because 365 days is a very long period of time. So what I would suggest is convert it into shorter chunks of time. Try to do a 30-day challenge or a 3-month challenge. And because once you have those 30 days, it's so much easier for you to handle that streak, because even if you do not want to do on a particular day, you can just motivate yourself by saying, you know what, I did it all those days, I'll just finish it with just one more day. It's so much easier for you to talk to yourself when it's a very short period of time. So do not worry about the whole 365 days. Just start simple, but start. I also have another video on how to start and why starting feels impossible, which I'll link somewhere in the video. Finally, you do end up doing something and you're staying actually very disciplined, but something happens outside of your control in your life and you start panicking thinking that you lost all your streak. Remember, you get to choose your reaction when things happen in your life. You can either slump back into the victim mindset of, you know what, see, good things never happen for me, I should never even try. Or you can step up into your creator mindset and believe that, you know what, this happened to me and it was unfortunate, but how can I show up despite this obstacle that I faced? It's so easy in life to show up for yourself when everything else is cool and breezy and everything is fun. But how do you show up for yourself when things are actually hard? Do you become that friend who just encourages you to rot around and do nothing? Or do you become that gentle but firm parent showing you the way? What do you think about this video? Let me know in the comment section. Please press that like button if you like this video, and please subscribe. It will really help me to make even more videos for you. I love you guys so much. Bye bye.